Think we got it. I think we're back up. Looks like it. Hey, Pokemon trainers. Welcome back to Training Riolu. Today, I think we're going to hop into Pokemon Violet just to get some legendary Pokemon from Snacksworth. And I think we should also hop into Arceus and see what's left in there. But let's get some legendary Pokemon first. Yeah. So Pokemon Go had an event, and it was a city safari in Vancouver, Washington. And I got to go and attend that event. And the city was incredible. Like, I feel like Vancouver is a mix of like Portland and Chicago, like put together. But yeah, the people were beautiful. The city was beautiful. The city safari was well contained, and I think that was kind of interesting because most of the time the events like Go Tour or Go Fest, they seem to be very busy, and it's kind of hard to organize everything. But yeah, the city safari was very exclusive to, hey, get these things, and that's all there really is. It's like I was going after Mudbray and Eevee, and that was all that we really had to do. So it was pretty nice having like just a solo focus. Got a bunch of Mudbrays. Let's see. Having fun and working hard. I'd say that. Yeah. Now I have a trade. Is it here? Oh. You can give her a Piplup. Yeah, so the city safari was kind of neat because it was very focused. And it basically, what the events were asking from us were to, so it didn't highlight too many Pokemon. There was plenty of Pokemon around that were shiny, but the research tasks allowed you to find Gumi, Clink, a couple other Pokemon, Sigilif, which was its own specific research task, and then there were 2 tasks to find Mudbray. So it was like delete all these other tasks for like Gumi and Clink for the most part, and then find the tasks for Mudbray, basically. And I think there was a couple of tasks that were like you can do real quick, like take a snapshot of your buddy, which gave you like 5,000 Stardust. So I did those to get them out of the way. And then there was one that was like evolve a Pokemon, and that was to get an encounter with Sigilif. And so, oh, right on. I like Glastrier. So we did the test. You evolved the Pokemon that was caught from my gacha, or from a quick catch. I was hiking among Paldea's peaks for a bit. Mountain climbing being a bit of a hobby. I was trekking up and those snowy and up those snowy hillsides, and I figured I must have been nearly to the summit when I came across some ruins. Perhaps they'd been a house once. The walls still looked sound enough though, and I could take shelter and have myself a little rest. I'd no sooner drawn close for a look than this Pokemon appeared. White as the driven snow. Glastriered and sleeping inside. When it popped its long face out, the fright nearly froze my heart. It loves the snack that you have there. So, okay, so we had to find your ruins. Let's see. Okay, there we go. It's been a little bit, sorry. Here? It's like ruins near the summit. And the summit should be here. No, that's the peak, and then that's the summit. Okay, so I think it's there, right there. Okay. Anyhow, yeah, it was 2 days of the same event, and the main focus was to find the stamps to collect EVs, and to get the research tasks to collect Mudbrays. And so, I'd say that it was very successful, but because it was so focused, it was a lot different than most of the other events. So that was pretty cool. I think it allowed for enjoying the city a lot more than maybe the Seattle Go Fest that I went to, and the California tour that I went to. Yeah, I'd say that it was a little bit easier to focus. So it was nice because I also got to see a lot of the city and just kind of enjoy how beautiful it was out there. So yeah, and it really was beautiful. Like, if you get a chance to go to Vancouver, I would highly recommend it. It's such a beautiful place. I would say that Glastrier should be around here somewhere. Mimikyu. But yeah, I got to drive, and so the drive from out to Seattle was beautiful because the weather's changing, and I'd say that fall has fallen, and Wait a second. Okay, she's not showing. And so the leaves were gorgeous as we were heading out to Seattle, and when we made it out to Seattle, it was interesting that we got to spend some time down on at Pike's Place. We got to get my buddy was trying to get his sweatshirt from a friend, and so we were able to do that, which was cool. It was like a side quest, like achieved. So that was fun and good. And then there's Glastrier. Okay. But yeah, Pike's Market was like super busy, and we got to head down to the comic book shop and take a look in there, which was a lot of fun. We did find a way to stress ourselves out in Seattle pretty highly, but I won't talk too much about that. But once we were able to get back on the road, the drive from Seattle to Vancouver was very cool. Getting to the border was a lot of fun. The border patrol that checked our IDs asked us some questions about what we were doing and stuff like that, and so he was kind of surprised that we were going there for a Pokemon event, which was kind of funny and pretty cool, because it seemed like he wasn't expecting that. But yeah, we got to Vancouver as we were going over the border. It seemed like the sun set like as we were going over the border, so it was nightfall as we were going into Canada, and so we got to see kind of how the city looked at night, and that was beautiful. We went and got some food. There's a place called Rogue, and the waiter was kind of new, and he had us guess his ethnicity, which was kind of interesting, because his it seemed like his accent didn't seem to distinguish him, and so we guessed quite a few different places, and we were wrong, which was kind of interesting. But the food was good. The hotel was nice, and the event started in Vancouver, in the city, and we kind of, on the first day, we made our way up and down a lot of the streets to kind of get one side of the city knocked out, and then we did from the side that we finished at to the other side to get all of that knocked out. So we got a lot of cool stamps from the event, which, like, one of the things to do was collect stamps to get EVs, but you can go and get more stamps after you get the eight EVs that you could collect. I'd say that it was kind of a bummer because out of the 5 people that I was with, we all had 8 chances each day to try and find an EV. And on the second day, one of our people did find a shiny EV, but that was all that was distributed. We only got 1 shiny EV out of the 5 of us for about 80 chances from between us all. So not to say that those were the odds, but I mean, it was pretty odd. There was a guy that came out of the bathroom that was talking about what a bad event he had. And that he got 2 shiny Eevees and he was expecting to get more. So like it was like, wow, he actually did really well because nobody got Eevees. So that was kind of funny. But everyone in my group did get a hundo of the Mudbray, which is pretty rare. And we all got shinies of the Mudbray. So that was kind of cool, and that kind of became a little bit of a competition between all of us to see how many Mudbrays you can get. But yeah, but like I said, very focused. There's just 2 Pokemon that we were after, Eevee and Mudbray. And typically with these events, it's like you're trying to get loads of different kinds of Pokemon. So I'd say that it was successful. It was beautiful. The food was amazing. Like I said, the people were beautiful. The city was amazing. I saw Shiny King, and he's an influencer, poke influencer. So I saw him, and I dabbed him up and introduced myself. So yeah, it was a really cool event, and there was a lot of people walking around the city with Pikachu visors, which the event had, which was kind of cool. When I was looking up and did the video, it looked like that was specific to Cancun and to Bangkok, but to Thailand. But apparently, it might have happened in more places than just there, because we got the visors, and there was like a meetup spot, and yeah, there's a lot of Pokemon trainers out there. And as you see at most events like that are in person, people were looking for specific trades. But yeah, I'm gonna make a video. I took some short videos about while I was out in Vancouver, and I'll throw those together and just kind of try and iterate how the trip went, and put that video out here in the next couple days. But I wanted to hop on stream yesterday, but ended up going out and doing part of the Steel Skyline event, and yeah, it seems like a pretty cool release for Duraludon, and got a bunch of shiny random Pokemon, I got a Grimer and a bunch of stuff like that. So yeah, Pokemon Go is pretty fun, but yeah, I'd say that traveling is probably one of my favorite things to do in the whole world. So going and traveling for Pokemon is probably one of the best reasons to do it. So yeah, I'm happy that the trip happened. And while I'd say Vancouver is probably a place that I could live. It was just an incredible place. But yeah, I'm glad to be back home and see my dogs, or the dogs here, and be home with my roommates. And yeah, it's got to see my friends yesterday, who most of them went to the trip, and some friends that didn't go to the trip. So it was fun talking about some of the things that happened while we were on the trip. So yeah, kind of glad to be home. Kind of miss Vancouver. I think it's bittersweet, leaving a cool place and being back to a familiar places. I'd say definitely bittersweet. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to the next time an event happens. Hopefully we can get out there and go. Yeah, so back to the grind. Oh, by the way, the Koraidon and Miraidon came out for the shinies, and they were distributed to GameStops, but it seems like most stores only got 50 cards each, and I don't know if that's true, but maybe some stores got more than others, but from what it seems like, the GameStops only got 50 cards each. So on our way out to Seattle, we stopped at a GameStop. They didn't have the distribution cards, and then we weren't able to get to a GameStop during the event, so on the last day we drove out to a GameStop in Canada, and they said that they only got 50 cards, and so there wasn't a lot. And then so they were out, and then yesterday when I was back home, before going to play the Steel Skyline event, I tried to check at the GameStop and talked to one of the local shops, and they didn't have any either. So hoping that this week coming up, there'll be like a restock, and maybe we can go and get the for Scarlet and Violet, get the two codes for Scarlet and Violet, and hopefully we'll be able to redeem those. But for now, seems like Scalper's got most of the, some people are talking about Scalper's getting a lot of the, but it doesn't seem like there was a very high supply of codes, so not to where I've been anyway. So have you guys, has anybody gotten their shiny Koraidon or Miraidon? I know they're out there. I've seen people posting videos about it and stuff like that, but so far I've had no luck, so hopefully next week. Yeah, and if you couldn't tell, I'm trying to catch this Glastrier in a dive ball. I think that'd look kind of cool. Yesterday there was a double candy, like the spotlight hour in Pokemon Go, with the highlight of releasing Pokemon to get double candies, and so I got rid of like almost 1,000 Pokemon from my Pokemon Go inventory. So that cleared up some space, but I kept all the Sigilifts and kept all the Mudbrays for trades. And the Mudbrays are already going down pretty quickly in count, because I've done two full sets of trades with Mudbrays so far. Hopefully it stays in the ball this time. think what I might do today is rock a couple legendaries, and then I might start Shining Pearl. Because today's October 1st, and I think the game is going to be coming. Pokemon Legends ZA is going to be coming out on October 16th. I do have jury duty that starts on October 13th. So I want to be able to be available for that, and also be able to stream when I'm not doing that. So hopefully it stays in the ball. Come on. I don't think we got it. I've only got 5 Pokemon. Okay. Hopefully they'll stay in the ball. Okay, not a crit cap. Okay, got kind of lucky in the last few moves there. So yeah, I'd say let's catch a couple of legendaries, and then I think I'm gonna eat and get ready for the next stream, and then we can start. I'd imagine shiny hunting the starter. I think that's what we do. I think we either go for Chimchar or Piplup or Turtwig. We go for one of those. Maybe Turtwig. I know my brother started with Piplup, and he reset to get a Modest Nature and ended up finding a shiny fairly quickly. And I started with Chimchar on my first playthrough of Brilliant Diamond. Look at those hooves. There was a we went to a poke bowl place for lunch, and I don't think a lot of the residents in Vancouver didn't really know what was happening. Oh, probably need the Thunder Wave. They didn't realize that there was an event like this happening, like the Pokemon City Safari happening, and so she was really surprised that we were there to play Pokemon Go, but she seemed pretty invested with can't use Thunder Wave after the taunt. Okay. So she was like, okay. Then another group of people, after we got sat down with our food, another group of people came into the restaurant, and they told her that they were playing Pokemon Go. So for her, it seemed like she seemed to get very excited that there was 2 people in her store or in her shop restaurant that were doing the same thing, because when they got done with their order, she kind of like sat and watched from behind the counter to see if we'd like meet and start talking. Well, the person that we met, that we did meet them, and they started talking to us. They said that they got like a hundo, a perfect Eevee with the safari hat, and so we were all celebrating for them. And the lady behind the counter was like celebrating too. It was funny. She seemed super excited, so that was really funny. I think that was probably one of the most wholesome things I've seen. People were really nice on the trip too. People in Canada were super nice. Like meeting the waiting staff at the restaurants were super charming, and they were doing their jobs really well. We went to this place called the Cactus Club, and it seems like a chain in Canada. And yeah, the server that we had there was super cool. Like, he seemed like such a nice guy. But yeah, it seemed like that everywhere we went though. Like the coffee shop that we went to in the morning, the people there were really nice. It was just, yeah, so people there were really cool. So seemed like a really good community, and yeah, I'd say that'd be a really cool place to live. We get on the taunt. Okay. Heal. Shook off the taunt. So let's heal. Thunder Wave. Okay. The sky, the change in the sky. Okay. Now it should stay in the ball a little bit easier. And I think Vancouver was pretty motivating too. It seemed like the whole city seemed a lot healthier than where I live. So I think I'm gonna start doing things to get healthier too, like get my body in shape. Just everybody was running there or biking or. I mean, we were outside, so outside it seemed like a lot of people were doing a lot to stay fit and active. So I think that might be a journey I'm going to be taking also. And yeah, maybe we can do some of that stuff together. Please don't use that again. I mean, I don't know if I need to heal necessarily. I think it's gonna probably do some more damage to itself, so probably not gonna live. But this is just a waste of a ball or a turn. Oh, nice. Got lucky there. Okay. Come on. The sun's setting. We got one more. Let's get that crit cap. Come on. Yeah, it seems like now we're looking forward to the Legends EA coming out. Oh, we got it. We got Glastrier. Yes! Okay, that took a while, but we got him. We've been streaming for about 40 minutes, so... That was a good catch. Looks like in raids too, we got Roaring Moon and Iron Valiant in raids, I think. Let me see if those are happening right now. And maybe we do one of those raids instead of yeah, prepare to face the mighty Roaring Moon and the mighty Iron Gallant. From October 3rd. Okay. Wonder if there's any news about... What is this? It's an online competition. Huh. Tracksuit and tracksuit. Okay, let's do that. Did I misspell it? Is it S-I-U-T? That doesn't seem right. S track suit. Was it 5 for S? Can you only get, maybe it's V tracksuit. Maybe you can only get it in the game that you're playing. Probably should have read. Reading is important, guys. That's funny. It is in the game that you're playing. Cool. So we now know that we can't get Iron Valiant or Roaring Moon just yet from Suicune. Not your run-of-the-mill Pokemon. Spotted a Suicune once while I was out enjoying the famous lake you've got in Paldea. We ended up having a little contest of skill, seeing which one could get all the way to the shore the fastest. We were off like a shot, but Suicune, well, it runs right over the water now, don't it? Me being just your everyday human, the best I could manage was a nice solid backstroke. It was a fine race, though. Mighty fine. Even if that Suicune did end up beating me by a whisker. Loves that snack you've got there, so you might just have a shot at meeting it too. If you run into old Suicune, be sure to give it my best. I guess what we could do is just fly over the different parts of Lake Castaroya Lake. Babiri Berry. Whoops. It's so crazy seeing Fortress up in the trees like that. Is this a tiny Sudowoodo? Okay. Okay. Dreepy. That's a shiny hunt I'd like to do. Oh my gosh. Trolls are wild. Okay, there we go. The Dondozo. I think I've been saying his name wrong frequently. I was talking about how, with a friend, how I think it'd be really cool if they implement in the next game how shinies in legendaries in Legends of Arceus make that shiny gleaming sound. Be nice if they include that in the next game in the overworld. So hopefully Legends of Arceus does. We're gonna find out together. And the way I was thinking about playing it was just doing the run through, playing a run through initially. When we first get the game, and just try and beat the game the best we can, as fast as we can, maybe. And then I think that's going to be my first video where I record and then put out episodes. That way it can be digestible and I could play the game and just get and work on editing, so that way I can edit the videos to be a little bit more consumable, and maybe figure out what my voice and how we play the game on just a recording feels like. Because right now it's live, and so everything I've done so far is live, and I think that's been good practice. But it'll be nice to see if things change a little bit from just recording. So yeah, we'll see how that looks and change things up a little bit for the channel. Hopefully generate more audience, more people. We'll still do live streams, I think, of certain things. Maybe getting into battling in championships. Whoa. Maybe that'll be something worth doing. Suicune. These are mine. Yeah. Oh, we have a whole legendary box for Snacksworth. That's right. We just found the Malamar Day Inkays. That's funny. Okay. What Pokeball are we using? Maybe another dive ball? I think Quick Ball might be cool too. Dive ball or quick ball? We've already saved, so. Susui? Digging the Suicune theme. It's pretty good. Got him right off the bat. Cool. It's a gentle nature. Can we judge it? Let's see. There's a judge on these, right? Like, I have the judge. There. No. There it is. View stats. Judge. Okay. Okay, yeah. Sorry, took me a second to figure out what's happening. These stats suck so bad. That's crazy. That's kind of insane. My stomach is growling, and I thought something was wrong with my computer. I was like, oh my god, what is that noise? Alright. So, yeah, I will be trying to get the shiny Koraidon and Miraidon. Keep working on that. Today's Wednesday. I'm not sure I think I'm gonna call and see if they got any more cards in, because seems like maybe the hype might have died down. But I'm gonna get some food, and I think I will come back and we can start playing Shining Pearl. And I think what we'll do is shiny hunt our starter. So until somebody joins the chat and tells me what they want, I think what I'll do is just pick one at a time until I get the shiny. I think that's what we'll do, how we'll start. So, mind you, we have let's see, 15 days to beat the game. So that's what we'll work on. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. Don't forget to level up. I hope you guys have a good day, and we'll see you later today. Bye.